Hello grade 10 students. Welcome to this video lesson. I'm Madhu Badke. We are in the last section of chapter 4, quadratic equations. In today's video class, we will study about the nature of roots a quadratic equation can have. General form of a quadratic equation is given by ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a cannot be 0. In our previous video classes, we have studied 3 different methods of finding the roots of this quadratic equation. And one of them is using quadratic formula. Which is given by x equal to minus b plus minus root d upon 2a, where d is called the discriminant and it is given by b square minus 4ac, where b is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square and c is the constant. Now depending on the value of d, we can have 3 different types of roots of this quadratic equation. So if the value of d is greater than 0, then the roots of this quadratic equation is given by minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. This means that there are 2 roots, that is minus b plus root d upon 2a and minus b minus root d upon 2a. So when d is greater than 0, the quadratic equation has real and distinct roots. If d is equal to 0, then the root d becomes 0 and we are left with x equal to minus b upon 2a. But since we have a quadratic equation, it should have 2 roots. So this means that this quadratic equation has identical roots. So the 2 roots will be minus b upon 2a and minus b upon 2a. So when the value of d is 0, then the quadratic equation will have real and identical roots. If the value of d is less than 0, in that case we get root of a negative number, and root of a negative number is not defined. So this implies that when value of d is less than 0 or negative, then the quadratic equation will have no real roots. So we have 3 cases for which we have 3 different types of roots. When the value of d is greater than 0 or equal to 0, only in those cases we will find the solution of that quadratic equation. If value of d is less than 0, then we do not solve the equation further, as it has no real roots. Let's use this knowledge in some problem solving now. This is question number 3 of exercise 4.4. we will convert this word problem into a quadratic equation and then see if it is possible to have roots of that quadratic equation. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square? If so, find its length and breadth. It is given that length is twice its breadth. So, let's take the breadth as x. Therefore, the length of the rectangle will be twice its breadth. So, 2 times x meters. The area of that rectangle is 800 meters square. So, length into breadth is equal to area, which is 800. Substituting length and breadth, we get 2x square equal to 800, or x square minus 400 is equal to 0 in the standard form. Now we will find the nature of the roots before finding the roots. So we will first write down the values of a, b and c from the equation. A is the coefficient of x square, so it is 1. B is the coefficient of x. There is no x term in the equation, so b is 0. And c is the constant. So here c is minus 400. Now finding the discriminant, that is equal to b square minus 4ac. Substituting 0 square minus 4 times 1 into minus 400. So simplifying this, we get 1600, which is greater than 0. So we get d greater than 0. This implies that this situation is possible because the roots will be real and distinct. So the roots are x equal to minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. Substituting the values of b, d and a, minus 0 plus minus root 1600 divided by 2 times 1. So this is plus minus root 1600 will be 40 divided by 2, that is plus minus 20. So we have two roots, x equal to 20 and x equal to minus 20. Now x represents the breadth of the rectangle and the breadth of the rectangle cannot be negative. So rejecting the negative answer, breadth will be 20 meters and length of the rectangle will be 2 times the breadth, so 40 meters. Question number 4 of the same exercise. Is the following situation possible? If so, determine their present ages. The sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. So let's represent the information given in a tabular form so that it is easier to understand. Friend 1 and friend 2. Present age and age 4 years ago. Let the present age of one friend be x. Now the total age of two friends is given as 20. So the present age of second friend will be 20 minus x. age 4 years ago of the first friend will be x minus 4, and age of the second friend will be 20 minus x minus 4, which is 16 minus x. The product of their ages was 48 4 years ago. So x minus 4 times 16 minus x is equal to 48. Simplify this equation to write it in the standard form. We get 16x minus x square minus 64 plus 4x equal to 48. Adding like terms, minus x square plus 20x, shifting 48 to the left side, so minus 112. Changing the sign for all the terms, x square minus 20x plus 112 is equal to 0. Let's write down values of a, b and c. A is 1, b is minus 20 and c is 112. Now we will find the discriminant in order to find the nature of the roots for this quadratic equation. So substituting the values in b square minus 4ac, minus 20 square minus 4 times 1 time 112. We get 400 minus 448, which is minus 48. So the value of discriminant is less than 0. This implies that this equation has no real roots, and hence we can say that the situation explained in the question is not possible. Question number 5 of the same exercise. Is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters and area 400 meters? The perimeter is 80 meters. What is the formula for perimeter of a rectangle? It's given by 2 times length plus breadth. Perimeter is the sum of the sides of a rectangle. So 2 times length plus 2 times breadth. So 2 times length plus breadth is given as 80. This means length plus breadth is equal to 40. So if the breadth of the rectangle is represented by x meters, then from this equation the length will be 40 minus breadth, which is equal to 40 minus x. Now area is given by length into breadth equal to 400 meters in the question. So substituting these values, x times 40 minus x is equal to 400. So 40x minus x square equal to 400. That is x square minus 40x plus 400 equal to 0. Now we will find the nature of the roots of this quadratic equation. So for that we will have to write down the values of a, b and c. A is 1, b is minus 40 and c is 400. So finding the discriminant, we get minus 40 square minus 4 times 1 time 400. 40 square will give us 1600 minus 1600, which is equal to 0. So in this case, the value of discriminant is 0. So this implies this quadratic equation has real and identical roots. Which can be given by x equal to minus b upon 2a minus b upon 2a. So substituting b and a, minus 40 divided by 2 into 1 that is equal to 20 meters and 20 meters. So this is the breadth of the rectangle. So length of the rectangle will be 40 minus breadth, that is equal to 20 meters. Based on the nature of roots, we can have a different type of question, which is depicted in question number 2 of the same exercise 4.4. Find the value of k for which the given quadratic equation has equal roots. So the nature of the roots is already given in this question. We have to make use of this condition and find the value of unknown variable k. Let us write this equation in the standard form. So kx square minus 2kx plus 6 equal to 0. Now understand that the quadratic equation is in x and k is the variable that you need to find out. So writing the values of a, b and c. A is the coefficient of x square, so that will be k. B is the coefficient of x, so that will be minus 2k, and c is the constant, so that will be plus 6. Now this quadratic equation has equal roots. To have equal roots, d should be equal to 0. So d is given by b square minus 4ac, and that should be equal to 0. Substitute the values here, minus 2k square minus 4 times k into c, that is 6, equal to 0. Simplify 4k square minus 4 times k into 6. From the left hand side we can take 4k common, so we are left with k minus 6 equal to 0. So this implies 4k is 0 or k minus 6 is equal to 0. So that is k equal to 0 or k equal to 6. Now we have two values of k, but k cannot take value 0. Why? Because in this equation, if k is 0, then the x square term becomes 0. And then this equation is no longer a quadratic equation. So k cannot be 0. Therefore, k is plus 6 is the answer to this question. With this, we come to the end of this video lesson and also of this chapter. Your assignment for today is exercise 4.4, question number 1 and question number 2. The subpart 2 of question number 2 is already done in the video lesson. So I have added an extra question here for your practice. See you in the next class with a new chapter. Until then, goodbye.